Hello all, this is a presentation by Aaron and Arnold on barcoding. In this presentation, we will take you on the history of the lines we all recognize, along with the new forms of codes to include QR and the new three-dimensional codes. Although this is a pretty simple and straightforward topic, there is still quite a bit of information on the importance of the progression of the barcode to a more useful and almost error-free scanner-readable code in use today. First off, what is a barcode? A barcode is a visual representation of data that is scanned and interpreted for information. Today, there are many different forms of a code that a barcode used to represent. The original barcode consisted of machine-readable lines with human-readable numbers under those lines. The barcode is also called a UPC, which stands for Universal Product Code. These codes are scanned over 5 billion times a day. These scans happen most places that involve products such as supermarkets, warehouses, delivery services, or even on street signs to get people involved in social issues. Just like how we previously learned about the WMS, barcode IDs are used in a warehouse to speed up processing and even reduce errors. Going into the history of barcodes, we must first look at where barcodes originated. In an article by Fortune magazine in 2004, the story begins in South Beach, Miami. In 1949, Joe Woodland, who was 27, decided to invent an automated process. Ringing up prices in a supermarket manually was slow, expensive, and full of errors. He wanted a code, and the only code that he knew of was Morse code. So he stuck his fingers down into the sand and for whatever reason pulled them to himself. He had made 4 furrows. He made a code in the form of lines, and that was the invention of the barcode. The thing about this kind of code is that they were thin and thick lines. But supermarkets were not the first to implement this kind of technology. Rail cars were imprinted with lines on the side of the cars to reflect light from the scanners. It was ultimately abandoned because the lines soon faded from the weather and sunlight. The supermarkets then turned around to this form of technology, but it didn't quite exist. Kmart was the first merchandiser to adopt the system. After they took it under, the momentum never stopped. Here are 2 different kinds of ID codes among the numerous ones in existence today. The first one is well-known barcode. Again, this code has lines that a laser reads left to right. These lines store short bits of data in the width and spacing in the parallel lines. 2 examples of this code are known as EAN8 and EAN13. A much updated form ID code is known as a 2-dimensional QR code, which stands for quick response. This kind of code can store up to 7,000 characters, while the traditional barcode can only hold a maximum of 20 digits. The barcode needs a laser to read the lines, while the QR needs a camera in order to capture the image that can be used from a few feet away to up to 30 feet. The camera doesn't necessarily have to be straight on, it could be at a different angle or even off to the side. And the camera can also be used for the barcode as well. How to decipher the code. This can be a fairly simple source once you understand the numbers associated under those lines. The UCC, or the Uniform Code Council, oversees the permission to use the code along with the distribution and use of codes. The first 6 digits represent the manufacturer identification number. In this case, it is 639382. The next 5 numbers are the specific item number, so in this case it is 0039. And that last digit is the check digit. This last number verifies that all the numbers used are verified in the equation. Here we're actually going to do an example using the code from the previous slide. So from the UPC shown here, if you add all together the values of the digits in the odd positions, which is the digits 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11, you get the numbers 698009, which add up to 32. You then multiply that number times 3, and you get 96. The next step, you add together the value of all the digits in the even positions. Here those numbers are 3, 3, 2, 0, and 3, and we get 11. You add the sum up, and you get a total of 107 from 96 plus 11. To get that check digit, the total difference must be of 110. So from step 4, to create the check digit, you take 107 and add a number to get up to 110. So in this case, 3. So the check digit is therefore 3.
Application of barcode. Barcode is used in almost every industry to organize, track, inventory products, and minimize error due to human mistakes. In healthcare, barcode is used to track patient file, medication, medical history. Organizations such as Red Cross, hospitals, pharmaceutical company all uses barcode system. In a retail store, barcode is used to track merchandise, simplifies checkout and returns. Companies like Walmart, Kmart, and many others are using barcode system on a daily basis. In the automobile industry, barcodes is used to track and identify parts and materials needed in vehicle production. Advantages of barcode. According to the article Top 8 Benefits of Barcode from verifylabel.com, the advantages of barcodes are inventory control improvement. Because barcode makes it possible to track inventory so precisely, inventory levels can be reduced. The location of equipment can also be tracked, reducing the time spent searching for it, and the money spent replacing equipment that is presumed lost. Barcode eliminate the possibility of human error. The occurrence of errors for manually entered data is significantly higher than the one with barcode. A barcode scan is fast and reliable and takes infinitely less time than entering data by hand. Using a barcode system reduces employee training time. It takes only minutes to master the handheld scanner for reading barcodes. Barcodes promote better decision making. Because data is obtained rapidly and accurately, it is possible to make more informed decisions. Better decision makes ultimately save both time and money. In the next section, we are going to talk about the limits and challenges of barcode. According to the RFID versus barcodes, advantages and disadvantages comparison from adapter lift, logistic, and material handling block, the disadvantages of barcodes are: barcode scanner need a direct line of sight to the barcode to be able to read. In order to read the barcode scanner needs to be quite close, around 15 feet. Barcodes have no read and write capability. They do not contain any added information such as expiring date, etc. They only contain the manufacturer and the product. Barcodes can be easily reproduced or forged. If a barcode is ripped or damaged, there is no way to scan the product. Score model and barcode. According to the article Supply Chain Integration and Score Model from the Journal of Business Logistics, the Supply Chain Operation Reference SCORE is the world-leading supply chain framework linking business processes, performance metrics, practices, and people skills into a unified structure. The SCORE model is divided in 3 main levels. Level 1, that defines the scope and content for the supply chain operation reference model. Here, the basis of competition performance target are set. Level 2, or configuration level. At this level, companies implement the operation strategy through the configuration they choose for their supply chain. Level 3, that defines the company ability to compete successfully in its chosen market and consists of process element definition, process element information, input and output, and process performance metric and best practices where applicable. These business processes are supported and optimized by the use of enterprise asset management platform or computerized maintenance management system. Barcode and RFID are technologies applying mobility to business and operational process. By combining barcode and RFID data capture methods and relational database software, supply chain businesses can improve the speed and accuracy of their processes, including locating, retrieving, and accounting for anything that moves in and out of the facility. At the end of this presentation, we came up with 2 questions that will get you to think a little further about this topic. The first one is, how does the changing nature of barcode expand the advancement of a company or a manufacturing entity? And the second one is, what are the other technological use with barcode that can be used in conjunction with each other? Thank you.